Kenny just did.
Kenny did these?
Yeah. And Robert wanted me to talk about knots
Yes.
with respect to what he's done.
Very nice.
So what we're going to do is we're going to revisit in some respects.
The bowling that I forgot last year.
You got to practice in the off season.
Do not look at my knots up there, unless you want to use it as an example
An example of what not to do. No pun intended, but instruction. We're going to revisit. If you remember from last year, we talked about that utility rope. No, you're fine. If you don't quite get it, just come see me and we'll tie it again. Okay? Now, Steve's going to catch me making mistakes on camera here. So we're going to take that, wrap it once, and you notice which direction I'm taking those turns. I'm not going up the rope. I'm going back down towards our anchor point, right? Okay? So now I'm going to create another loop. And I'm just going to do one more for good measure. Two's enough, but I like to create that third one. And now I'm going to continue the same direction. So you're right, I'm going underneath this one. So I'm going to come back to this other end and go under it. Okay, just as if I was creating another loop down here, but now I'm coming above it. Okay, can everybody see that?
Mm-hmm.
And you notice I've created a little pocket there, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's where this running end, we call it, is going to go. And then sometimes this takes a little bit of dressing, especially when you're working with paracord. You got to dress it up a little bit to get it to bite. Because what we want is a loop that we can adjust. But when you apply tension, see how that's slipping? Mm-hmm. You haven't dressed it up enough. Either that or I've tied it wrong and Steve's caught it on camera.
No, you just tied right. You got it right.
Yep, just needs a little bit more dressing up there. Yeah, and this is that slicky kind of paracord, so it doesn't want to bite on it real good sometimes. But when you dress it up just so, and see it's still slipping even though, there it is.
Nice.
And to add to that, you can make 3. This time I want you to have it.
Is that David and Goliath action right there?
Yeah. I think he called it a staff sling. Staff sling, is that what he called it?
Something like that.
Are you going to do it?
I can't do it. I tried it, and I can't do it for nothing. But somehow you're supposed to go like that. It's supposed to fly, but mine always just goes straight down kind of thing.
Somehow this flings off of there?
It does. I can try it, but I don't think it'll.
Let's do it.
I don't think it'll go very well.
Well, it went.
Goliath said to David. In Samuel, when Goliath was approaching, David was approaching Goliath, Goliath looked at David and said, "What am I, boy, a dog, that you come at me with a stick?" He had his shepherd's staff in his hand. And if you look at the biblical archaeology of that, what they would do is their staff that they always used to herd their sheep and different things, they had those notches already carved in it. They had their sling made up ahead of time, and you see all the cartoons and the pictures of him spinning over his head. Yeah. They carried that in their belt, and then when they needed it, they just hooked it on their staff. Because it gives it a whole lot more velocity.
That makes sense. Accuracy. That is cool.
And he also said, you know, he stopped at the stream and picked up 5 smooth stones.
Okay.
Well, a round smooth stone that's been abraded by the motion of the water flies a lot better and a lot more accuracy.
This is just a
low velocity.
Right.
Yeah.
But this one I put a Walmart sack in it, the little screwdriver.
Yeah.
Because it gave it a little more weight.
Okay.
I mean, it still hurt if I hit you with it, I'm sure, but it ain't gonna kill you.
Yeah, just ask me.
That thing is gnarly.
So, Robert, maybe we do it.
That's just for frisbeeing a rabbit.
I guess flinging it at rabbits and stuff.
And I got the wide ones. If I've got a long butcher knife, I like the wide one because it helps you keep that flat without digging in here. This is perfect for this because you've got the round anyway. See, I'm feeling that roll. So you feel that, take your finger and pull on that side there.
Let me feel that.
Let him feel it. Can you feel it?
Oh, I
barb?
can feel on this side.
Yes. All right, let him feel that. Proper way to handle knives. We should have had that class first. Just take your finger and just feel it.
Oh,
like
yeah,
this.
yeah.
You feel a barb?
Yeah,
So
sure
that
do.
rolled. So now I know I found the edge. That's what you gave it to first.
Okay, it's on this one side.
Yep, because that's the last way I.
Okay, okay,
So I'm looking for that.
okay.
So now, now that I've got that over here and I know that's there, then I can turn this over now. And now I'm going to take that barb and I'm going to roll it back this way, but I'm going finer now. So I'm taking it from a thicker, I'm taking it down to a finer.
And you're just trying to get there.
I'm
Fast
I'm
you
feeling
can.
that roll. I want that roll to know. And you'll run your blade down. Like this morning I was sharpening them and I had my roll all up in here, but right here and right here I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew to concentrate here and here to get my roll till I felt that roll.
Okay.
So if you feel that all down, see I got a roll right here, but I don't have it here yet. A little bit here, but so I'm going to concentrate a little more right here. Because I'm trying to get that barb.
If I'm doing something and I slip, and Lloyd's standing right here, I've drawn blood from Lloyd because, so you want to keep anybody out of your blood bubble. And like Steve, you've got dogs, and what they like to do,
Yep, get right up in you.
So before you start doing stuff with a knife and stuff, make sure your pets is secured or gone out of the area so that they don't run up there and cause you to cut yourself or one of them because they want to jump up there and get some attention. But yeah, that's the main thing. Remember this.
Got your triangle.
Depth. So you know, if we're carving like this, it's fine. But let's do it from here.
Always keep your knife away from your body line. Okay. Anywhere that blade's pointing, if it slips, you're cut.
You know, if I'm holding my wood here and I'm making a
all of
feather
us like
stick,
knives. We all carry pocket knives or a hunt knife or something. And it's gonna happen. You know, it's not if I get cut, it's when you get cut. 'Cause we all play with knives, and the more you use them, the more comfortable you get with them, the more lazy you get with them. I cut myself the other day doing a little video with knives, just being stupid. You know what I mean? Not paying no attention.
you can brace your knife like this and do you pull this feather stick toward you. Your knife's not moving at all. The stick's what's moving.
Yeah.
So there's hardly any risk there from the gauze cover.
Is it just tight enough to hold the gauze where you had it? You're
Right,
not.
but now, if you had to put a lot of pressure on there, it's a pretty good size cut. Now I want to do a pressure bandage.
Okay.
Now what I'm going to do with that gauze, when I come back toward it the second time, I'm going to pull.
Okay.
And I'm going to pull it tight. Now when I get up here on top of my gauze, I'm going to put a twist.
Okay, what's the reason for that?
Puts more pressure on it.
Right on the precision, right on the spot.
Right where
Huh?
the cut's at. And I'm going to go around.
Say cuts, scrapes, or any kind of rash. Now, this is just a simple dropper bottle. You'd use it to store, say, tinctures or oils, and actually have a couple. This one, this is a goldenrod tincture. It's a. Yep. Or you can also do that same for any oils, and you can melt it in with beeswax and make a salve. This is actually from one of our friends, and that makes them.
So what's that salve for?
It's
What would the salve be used for?
It's like a balm, like a lip balm. It's actually
Flea bane.
more so used for what's. But it's actually more so used for as a diuretic and for any kind of digestive complaints that you may have.
That's nice.
Is there something that we could use for street diarrhea? That's a natural herb versus carrying Imodium if we was out.
Yeah.
Training?